Hello and how are you? Welcome to our other video of learning how to make web application using Laravel Admin. In the previous video, we did what? We had an issue with the sound. So in today's video, we're going to see how we can explain things that we did in previous video. So you should be able to do what? To understand them. So I'm going to be a little bit slow and try to explain everything that I tried to do in previous videos, so you can be able to do what? To understand and be on the same page. So let me begin by going to the folder where we're using to program. And then I'll save the project. And I hope to find it here. Let me also open my localhost. So make sure that you start the database. That's why I was getting this error. So now here we are. Now let us see a few things that we've been doing that we did in the previous video. So we created, first of all, the migration and the model of room reservation. So someone should be able to do what? To place a reservation. So this is our project. So I created a migration. And find it here in the database under migrations. And I want to show you what it did in the room migrations. So here is what it did. We created a folder. We created a table called room reservation, and we're able to say that this table will belong to what? To a room, and also this table will belong to what? To a person who posted or who is ordering or reserving this room. Then we created a start date when the room will start being used, or will assign it to a person, and then we create the end date when the room will stop being used or assigned to a person. Then we created the duration. These are the number of days that a person will spend in a room. So what we wanted that when someone will be entering this information, we'll be putting only the start date and then enter the duration. So the system will be calculating when the person is supposed to get out of the room. Then we created the status, whether the room, the person, this is active, this reservation is active or not. Then we created a corresponding model called room reservation. It's on here. So this is the model. So in this model, we put a few things that we need them to be automated. So among the things that we created a put function, this one. So when we should be able to do what? To listen to the observe. I mean, should be able to observe or to listen to the events that happen when this room reservation is being created or updated or deleted. So you see that when the room this is how you create it: boot static, I mean public static boot, and then put parent, and then double colons, and then put boot like this. Then after you put self created, and then here receive the model, and then you close here. So inside here you can do things that will be called or will be executed when this object is created. So you see that when the room is created, I mean when the reservation is created, we'll try to get the room that belongs to this reservation, or the room that someone has reserved. We get it. So after getting it, we say that room is now occupied, unless the status is not what is not approved. But if the status is approved, we'll account that room to be what? To be occupied. Okay, so if the status is approved, I mean the status is not approved, then that room is what? Is vacant. Is still vacant. So I did like this in case, let's say that someone places the order by themselves, so before the front desk person approves it, the room will remain vacant. Then updated also, we did the same, because on the room we also added another column called status. So it will help us to show that vacant room and the room that is not vacant. Then we say that if it is deleted, I'm using approved small letters, I don't know why. Maybe that's how you did it. Let us maintain the same thing with a capital letter. Let me say that if it is deleted, let's say that the room reservation is deleted. So we'll try to first check and see if this room was approved, or if this reservation was approved. If it was approved, then we make the room that it belonged to it to be vacant. So I hope you understand that. So this vacant and the occupied will help us to know the room that is vacant and the room that is what is currently occupied. Alright, so we went ahead after updating this model. We created now the controller. So I hope you've understood this. So we came and created the controller. So the controller for this reservation model. So I can find it here. Here. Under admin controllers. And then you'll find the room reservation controller here. So this room reservation controller, it's just a normal controller. Okay, it's a normal controller like the one we've been using, the one we've been doing. So here we get the vacant rooms, all of them, the rooms that are vacant, and then let me try to maintain the same thing. Beginning with the capital letter, I get all the rooms that are vacant, and then we put them in an array, and then created something called name text. This is an appending of variable, of attributes. Let me show you how we did it. So press Ctrl and click on this room. We wanted to create a name that is kind of more understandable to a person. So we had to add an append like this, and then after we created for it an attribute what that append should do. So what we do, you write the word get, and then write capital letter of that name, or that name of the attribute, and then each English word that is after underscore, you start with a capital letter, and then at the end of the day you put the word attribute, at the end of the word. So you see, this is get name text attribute. So if you do something like this, you'll be able to modify any value or any attribute. So I say if the building is not null, I return the building name and the name of what? Of that room. And you can see here the building is already here. It's a relationship where the room belongs to it. And then if the building is null, I just only return the room name. So this one will help us to make a room name have sense, whereby we begin the building name followed by the room number or the room name. So that is the meaning of name text. So coming back to our room reservation controller, we went ahead and said we get all the rooms that are vacant, and then we get all the users and turn them into an array. So this pluck means we collect only the information that we need, and then after we check if it is creating, we do these things. If the form is being created, if it is not created, then we do these other things such as checking the status. So since I'm going to use capital of every English word, I can do like this. So after doing that, so we check here if it is creating. We say select a room, and then we select also the person who is placing this order, and then you put the starting date when this room should start being used, and then you put the duration, the number of days that this room is going to be used, and then you accept the integers, and by default put 1, and then the minimum is 1. So like doing like this will enable us not to do what, to be able to collect the number of what, the number of days and setting of the room order. So that's it. So I hope you've understood this. So after, that's what we were able to achieve in the previous class. Okay, so we came now to the web. What we did first, we first had to add the controller into our project. So if you come to menu here, you'll be able to see the controller that we added of room reservation, and I hope you already know that. Room reservation, added it here, and then this room reservation looks like this. If you come to new, you'll be able to do what? To create the order by selecting the room, selecting the customer, then the start date and the number of duration, and then the status. So, and then submit, and then you'll be able to get this, to get something like this. So that's it. Now in the next class we will have to take it from there and now proceed with everything. So you should watch the previous video and try to be careful with it when you're watching, and then also watch this one while we're explaining these things, and maybe if there's any discrepancy, you can also try to challenge it. You can also take it as a challenge and fix it by yourself. So let us meet in next class. Yeah, this class is done. Yeah, we'll meet in the next class now when we're going to take it from there. Kamtaja simtegira